start with the full and loosening. So just working on the vertical. Just letting the heels raise and impact into the ground. And loosening the hands as well at the same time. Good. We're taking into side to side. Nice. Good. And this will start to work with a slight rotation to the front and to the back. And then just letting the arms kind of swing into it. The whole body's just going to roll over. In this case, just feel as if the opposite side of the body, so the lighter side of the body, so if it gets kind of pulled out of the ground and then sinks back into it. So just play with the body kind of, feel the weight of the body. It's going to really sink into one leg. As if the weight just leaves the other side of the body. Just really, nice. Good. And just start to move a little bit now from the hips, slightly more to the front. So it's as if you kind of release the pelvis. It's kind of tricky now to kind of keep the upper body relaxed. So just see if you can keep all the shoulders, everything nice and relaxed. And start to work a little bit lower. So just where the hands are kind of scraping the floor. Especially now, focus on releasing through the neck. Just like the hands kind of brush across the ground. And again, just feel the weight swinging from one leg to the other. And the upper body is nice and relaxed. Good. Just going a little bit wider with the legs. Again, just releasing the lower back. Just working with a up-down swing with the arms. Or a front-back swing from this view. That's good. And really just let the weight of the body create the movement. Keep the knees nice and loose, and nice balance in the body. Good. And then start to swing the arms out into circles now. So you're kind of doing the internal movement with the hips and then pressing it out. So the kind of internal rotation and then out. Especially now focusing on the shoulders. Loosening, really right from the joint. And try and feel like the arms connect all the way into the lower back. So try and feel where the arms actually start from, which is connecting all the way into the back, to the spine. it. Good. Okay, start to make the movement a little bit bigger, starting to bring the body up to a vertical. So nice and slow. And keep a nice relax in the knees. And just more and more start to be pulled up. Sinking the weight all the time down through the heels. And now just really opening the arms up to the top. Keep a slight movement down into the ground. But just start to work now with opening the body up. Up. Again, just feel like you can allow the weight of the arms to create the movement. So it's less than I'm kind of swinging the arms, more than I'm just letting the movement pass through the shoulders. Good. And then just see if you can reverse it. So just this way. This. Down. And now really working on a sense of the length through the whole body, up and release it. That's it, good. Good. And then just keep the hands as they are. We'll just go to this swing. You might want to go a little bit narrow. So basically in this kind of swing where we're going to do this one, I want the hips to fall into the knees and the knees to fall into the feet. So basically if I look down, I want to kind of create just a big a vertical line through the body. So hips, knees, feet. They should just kind of fall into each other like this. So just working now with this, reaching hand up and just swinging down. And just let the weight of the body fall. And the arms just release down. And Lewis talked in this article about being in a Zen monastery and chopping wood all day. And he talks about releasing the shoulders, so opening the shoulders like they're a gate. So you want the weight of the body to create the movement. Then you've got a real efficient movement. You could do it much, much longer. That's good. Keep going. Just see. Okay. It's nice. Okay. Good. Okay, in this one, keep kind of going there. I'm just going to talk. What we do with the sword is we tend to focus on the swing, the downswing, and we tend to lessen the upswing. It becomes kind of energetically kind of empty. So really feel in this case, this kind of really energetic swing for the body. Feel that the up part is as much a part of it. So you've got the down and the up. So really kind of fill the whole movement. So you've got a sense of really big dynamic movement. Especially now just focusing on the upswing, which means I really need to settle the weight down through the heel and allow the weight of the arms to swing up. Just play a little bit with that. Just filling out the upswing. Yeah, good. I really want the upswing to create length through the whole body, and then I just want to maintain it and drop it. This movement's so similar to the first Saburi. It's a very nice exercise. Really. And just do a few, just hold it slightly at the top. What I don't want to do is hold the arms up with tension. It's a bit like on top of a roller coaster. You just have that moment where it just stalls and then just swing it down. And just feel the length here. And then drop it. So feel the whole body wants to, everything wants to go to the ground. Again, I can push the arms down with it, or I can just feel that the body wants to drop. And I just release it. So it's that the body, everything gets pulled down. Just falls off. And I'm trying to basically align the body to that swing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good. Good, great. Super. Good. Okay, we'll go to this rotation exercise. So you start again with the shoulder width apart. I also want to maintain this sense of the hips falling into the knees. So the worst thing I can do in this rotation movement is do this, where basically the knee falls out of alignment with the foot. So just make sure when you do this one, you allow the knee to basically release into the foot. So now you're not working on an unnecessary, you're working still with a downwards movement, but you're spiraling the movement into the ground. So sometimes this gets interpreted as a twisting movement with the body, but it's much more a sense of spiraling into the ground. So let the weight spiral right between the feet. That's it. That's it. Good, keep going. I just want to show the back. So in this case, try and also in this move here, try and really release the shoulder blades. So this is a little when we do kind of archery as well. There's a sense of really opening the shoulder blades out. And again, it's not about kind of doing tension. Sometimes people describe this as if you're kind of squeezing a tennis ball with it, but it's just about kind of opening the length of the whole body out. So think less about kind of squeezing the shoulder blades, more than just kind of just open the ribcage out. So just focus a little bit on this sense of every time I get to here, I kind of release out. So again, do the same as we did. Do the same as we did with the swing. Just slightly hold the position here, and then feel you release it. And I want to basically now work with the length of the body. So this exercise does a lot of things, but one of the things you can kind of focus on is the sense of length, side to side, opening out the body, and then coming into a spiral. So you guys got this opening, spiraling movement. That's it. I sometimes do this if I've got in the dojo with a person. I just kind of hold my palm on the back between the shoulder blades, just so you've got some kind of feedback on that area, because it tends to either be a tight area where I have a lot of pain, and me especially, I've got a lot of pain, yes, sometimes. So, or it becomes a kind of dead area where I just feel nothing. So it's important to kind of just be aware of it, the whole area, because we don't look at it, we don't see it all day. We tend to have a kind of concept of the back, but we don't actually know what it feels like. So this is also about feeling every area of the body. That's it. That's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's it, great. Good, and then we'll just finish with the shoulders. So in this case, we'll just break it down a little bit. We'll work on just the, no, how do we do it? This way, from here, from the ground, you go like this. So this is just working again. It's really focused on the shoulders. Again, just let the body strain down, swing. And at the moment, if you look at me, I'm really balanced towards the front. But I really need to balance in the center there. So in this case, really keep the weight pressing towards the heels or falling towards the heels. Pressing is the wrong word. But just let the weight fall towards the heel. And then hopefully you can find more of a center position. I don't want to swing the body forward and back with this one. Just drop the weight down, open the shoulders. That's it. Good. And now just start to swing the body more and more into one leg. And basically tilt starts to bring the pelvis into a sideways position. and then the body too. And then basically the arms are free to release upwards. So the arms are now going to release a little bit higher, a little bit higher. And really try and feel that you don't do the movement with the arms. Just bring it up, which is actually quite hard. If you come up a lot, just notice whether you create tension in the joint. At the moment I'm doing it, so I try and release more. Use basically the downward swing to catch the arms. That's it. Good. Keep going. Let's just see. That's it. Okay. If this is a funny story, not funny story. If I'm gonna teach in the dojo, before we do Ninendori, when we do two people grabbing you, you've just got to split the body. So I spend a lot of time doing these kind of exercises before the classes to kind of to get the feeling of dividing the body up. Because there's a feeling that I get split out. So I get split out. I go this way and I leave this kind of empty. So I want to really kind of fill the all the areas of the body. So in this case, I've got two exercises. This one, and then a spinning movement, where you do it just kind of spin the body this way. But really feel when you do this one, I basically want to center the body down again. So it's the same kind of point, but really feel that the whole body splits to the hands and it doesn't kind of fill to one side and empty to the other. So really feel that you feel the whole movement out. And again, just focus on the whole area of the spine, the back, just going to kind of open out. Just opens out. So I'm really looking for a kind of balanced position. And the moment I feel there, I'm splitting out. Let's try and bring it back into the center. Back into the center. So it's as if you're kind of splitting your focus between the hands, but I want the core to be equal. So the feeling should be kind of equal, both sides, front and back. Right. That's it. That's it. Great. That's it. So good. Yeah, good. And then just start to come down to a full swing, so just work your way into it. In this case, just do one side, so you basically reach up to the top and then release it the other way. So you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And especially now be aware of the elbows. So the feelings really go draining through the elbow. The spine's really turning side to side. That's it. Again, keeping the weight draining towards the heel. That's it. And feel as the hands pass at the sides of the body. It's like the hips catch the arms and find the movement there. So it's got that kind of quality as the arms swing there. The hips just catch the arms there. This is a really nice exercise to do for kind of 10, 15 minutes. And I really feel whether I'm carrying the arms or whether I'm releasing them. Also nice to do with a heavy object in the hands, like 2 cannonballs or two stones. Or weighted wristbands, yeah. And those will really give me feedback on the body whether I'm releasing or whether I'm holding. That's the main point of all these exercises. Yeah. Just try and feel the weight draining down the elbows. That's it. Good. Good. Nice. Good, great, 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 great. Nice. Okay, good. And we'll just finish just specific for the shoulder. Just stretching across the body here. So these exercises really just for opening the shoulders out. And then just to get specific points. Nice and easy. And then change its sides. Okay, just taking the wrist, stretching over the top. And it's kind of like pulling the bicep across the back of the side of the head. And you can do this either with one long hold or just kind of pulse through it a little bit, just depending on how the shoulder is. And then changing sides. That's good. 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 And then across the back, just taking the arm, and again just opening it out, pulling it across. And really try and release the shoulder blade. One more. Good. And then change sides. That's it. Okay, linking the arms together. Imagine you're kind of pulling the chest up as well. Length through the neck. It's kind of chest up, chin back in a way to get the most out of the stretch. And if it's kind of comfortable, start to kind of lift the arms higher and higher. Keep the chest out and just release it. And one more time, open in. Chest up and chin back. Good. Okay, just to the wrist, over to the front. Nice and easy. Just kind of clamping the hands together. Squeezing, releasing. Could take the palms together like this. And just squeezing. Again, really feel the whole body is also involved in it, so you're going to kind of focus the body down as well. And feel everything's basically moving towards the center. The whole body's kind of centering and also releasing towards the ground. So feel these kind of two directions. I want to really try to, as if I'm kind of pulling the body together and really allowing it to settle into the ground. And there and there. That's it. That's it. Good, good, good. And then just for the fingers, just pressing them out. And just play with, in this case, we usually just kind of fast, but play with long movements and short movements. Feel that the main thing is that the whole joint's kind of opening out. That's it. And if it's a bit colder, you go faster. Good. And then making fists. And again, just play with either kind of rapid movements or longer. When you do the long ones, you really have the sense that everything's together. There's a kind of phrasing through the hands. A little bit faster. Good. And again, keeping the shoulder, this kind of shoulder width apart, and now just feeling that as you squeeze the hands, the body's going to kind of center and drop into the ground. So they're feeling this and this. And the body should also feel very free. So just the last one, play with this, coming into kind of full focus in the hands. But just letting the body really release as well. So focus, but also relax. Oh, not very relaxed. I can see myself. Oh, relaxed. So it should feel very relaxed. Yeah. So then just play with this strong in the fist. And the rest of the body's nice and released. And keep a sense of focus in the fist. So it's like the heavy. If you know the video game character Rayman, is it Rayman? Yeah, Rayman. He's just like hands with a body. So he feels like, I feel like now there's just hands and the body. And you can start to kind of play a little bit with moving them around, but keep the sense of tightness in the hand. There's really a sense of focus. And then you can go into boxing that way. Good. Okay.